When you picture a lion, you probably think of power, raw strength, but that view it misses the lion's greatest weapon. It isn't muscle, it's the mind. So we're going to analyze the lion not as a king of instinct, but as a predator defined by strategy.
To really understand the lion, you have to start with one simple fact that makes it a complete outlier. Think about all the other big cats, tigers, leopards, jaguars. They're all loners. They live and hunt alone. Lions are the only ones that are truly social. And that's not just some small detail, it's the entire puzzle we need to solve.
So that's the core question, isn't it? Why? What evolutionary pressure pushed this one species down such a radically different path from all of its relatives? Well, the answer reveals a level of calculation that really challenges our common ideas about the animal kingdom. Okay, let's start with the most visible part of their social life, the cooperative hunt. This is where we can really see their strategic thinking in action.
First, we need a baseline. Imagine a single lioness trying to hunt a fast animal. The data shows her success rate is just 2.3%. Think about that. That's a massive amount of energy spent for an almost guaranteed failure.
Now look at the difference when they work as a team. The success rate jumps to 30%. That isn't just a small improvement, it's more than 10 times more effective. The numbers don't lie. Cooperation is a game changer. But here's the thing, it isn't just a chaotic mob attack. It's a structured tactical operation. Observers have identified two very distinct roles. You have the wings, usually the faster lions, who circle around and start the attack. Their job is to drive the prey right towards the centers, the larger, more powerful lionesses waiting in ambush to make the kill.
And this is where it gets really strategic. These roles aren't assigned randomly for each hunt. Research confirms that individual lionesses will take up the same preferred position time and time again. This suggests specialization. Each member knows their strength and plays their position.
So, hunting together is clearly effective, but is that the main reason lions are social? The data suggests there's a much deeper cause. And to find it, we first have to get rid of some common myths. Let's start with the most famous feature on a male lion. For centuries, people just made a simple assumption about what the mane was for. The old myth was that the mane is a shield to protect the neck during fights. Makes sense, right? But it's wrong. When male lions actually fight, they target the back and the hips. The reality is, the mane is a signal. A big, dark mane is basically a billboard advertising good health and high testosterone. It's designed to intimidate rivals so they can avoid a fight altogether. It's a strategic tool, not a weapon. This brings us back to the idea that hunting is the main reason for their social lives. As a leading lion researcher, Dr. Craig Packer points out lions don't always hunt as a group. If prey's slow or there's good cover, they often hunt alone. So cooperative hunting is a strategy they use, but it's not the fundamental reason they live together. Other theories don't quite hold up either. Rearing cubs together? Yes, but the main benefit is just group defense. Protecting cubs from outsider males? That happens, but you see the same behavior in solitary cats like tigers. So none of these can be the unique reason why lions evolved to be social. So if we eliminate all these other variables, the research points to a single core driver that really explains the lion's unique social structure. The real evolutionary pressure wasn't about hunting prey. It was about defending territory. It's in the organized, cooperative defense of their land that you see the lion's most sophisticated coordination. So why is territory so crucial for lions, but not for other big cats? The African savanna isn't a uniform landscape. It's a patchwork. It has small, incredibly valuable hotspots, places with reliable water, predictable prey migration, and good shelter. A single cat could never control one of these hotspots, but a group can. That specific environment made group defense the winning strategy. And this pressure to defend territory led to some pretty amazing cognitive abilities. For instance, in experiments, researchers played recordings of intruder roars. They found that lions can listen and actually assess how many intruders there are. And they'll only advance to confront them if they're sure they have the numbers on their side. That's not instinct. That is a direct calculation of risk versus reward. So, this leads us to a powerful conclusion. The need to deal with a complex social world, to manage alliances and make strategic decisions about territory, it all created a feedback loop. Social life became the engine for higher intelligence. This idea is actually called the social intelligence hypothesis, and it basically says that the biggest challenge for an evolving brain isn't dealing with the physical world, it's dealing with other brains inside your social group. And there's experimental data to support this. In tests using puzzle boxes to measure problem solving, social carnivores like lions and hyenas did significantly better than their solitary relatives like tigers and leopards. You can actually quantify the cognitive difference.
And it goes even further. Lions can learn by watching others solve a problem. Lions that fail the task were able to succeed after just watching another lion do it first. They also have excellent long-term memory. They can remember how to solve complex problems more than 7 months later. Now, this kind of cognitive ability can also have a much darker side. We can look at the infamous case of the Tsavo man-eaters not as a story about monsters, but as a final clear case study in cause and effect. Back in 1898, you had a perfect storm of factors. First, disease and drought had decimated the lion's usual prey. Second, analysis of the lion's skulls showed they had severe tooth and jaw injuries, which would have made hunting their normal prey agonizing. Then you have humans, camped out, easy to access. They became a low-risk, high-reward alternative. So their behavior wasn't some random act of savagery. It was a logical adaptation. Faced with a unique set of environmental and physical pressures, the lions made a strategic shift in their choice of prey. It was a calculated response. This leaves us with a final thought. The lion's intelligence is a direct product of its social and environmental challenges. It was forged by the need to cooperate, compete, and control resources. If that principle is true, what does the specific nature of our own intelligence reveal about the unique pressures that created us?